In a world teetering on the edge, the simmering tensions of the Middle East have finally boiled over, threatening to drag global powers into a devastating new war. For years, the shadow conflict between Iran and Israel has been a dance of covert operations and heated rhetoric. But now, the world watches in horror as this Cold War turns hot, with devastating consequences that ripple across the globe. The delicate balance of power has been shattered, and the path forward is shrouded in the smoke of battle and the uncertainty of what comes next. The opening salvo came under the cover of darkness. An animated map shows the trajectory as hundreds of drones and missiles launched from Iranian territory, a swarm of vengeance arcing across the skies towards Israel. We see jarring footage of Iranian military commanders overseeing the launch, their faces stern, declaring retribution for perceived aggressions. The target: key Israeli military installations and strategic sites. Air raid sirens wail across Israeli cities as the Iron Dome and Arrow defense systems light up the night. A frantic ballet of interceptor missiles streaking upwards to meet the incoming threat. Explosions bloom in the sky, a terrifying fireworks display of modern warfare. While Israel's multi-layered defense proves remarkably effective, some projectiles break through, causing damage to an airbase and instilling a palpable sense of fear among the civilian population. The attack, a direct state-on-state confrontation, marks a dangerous new chapter in their long and bitter rivalry. Israel's response was swift and decisive. Warplanes are shown taking off from hardened airfields, their mission to deliver a clear message: any attack on Israeli sovereignty will be met with overwhelming force. The retaliatory strikes target strategic locations inside Iran, focusing on military bases and nuclear-related facilities, carefully chosen to cripple capability while attempting to avoid widespread civilian casualties. We see satellite imagery of the aftermath, plumes of smoke rising from impacted sites. Israeli leaders address the nation and the world, their tone resolute, framing their actions not as escalation, but as a necessary act of self-defense to restore deterrence and ensure the security of their state. The cycle of attack and counterattack has now been set in motion, each action prompting a more forceful reaction, pushing the region closer to the abyss of a full-scale regional war. As the conflict intensifies, the United States is drawn from the sidelines and into the heart of the crisis. We see images of U.S. naval destroyers in the eastern Mediterranean, their advanced radar systems and interceptor missiles playing a crucial role in downing a significant number of the Iranian projectiles aimed at Israel. The scene shifts to the White House, where the president delivers a solemn address from the Oval Office. He condemns Iran's unprecedented attack, reaffirms America's ironclad commitment to Israel's security, and announces the deployment of additional military assets to the region to bolster defensive capabilities and deter further Iranian aggression. This direct American military involvement, while defensive in nature, fundamentally alters the strategic calculus, raising the stakes and increasing the risk of a direct confrontation between Washington and Tehran. The world holds its breath as the American superpower steps onto the battlefield. The repercussions of this direct military exchange are felt instantly across the globe. A montage shows frantic activity on the floors of the world's stock exchanges, with graphics illustrating the sharp spike in oil prices and the volatility shaking global markets. News tickers flash headlines of emergency sessions at the United Nations Security Council, where diplomats engage in tense, high-stakes negotiations, urging restraint and calling for de-escalation. We see world leaders from Europe to Asia holding urgent press conferences, their faces etched with concern as they navigate the diplomatic fallout. Protests erupt in various international cities, with citizens voicing their fears and demanding peace. The conflict is no longer a regional affair. It has become a global crisis, threatening to disrupt international trade, strain diplomatic alliances, and drag the world into a wider, more catastrophic confrontation, the likes of which have not been seen in generations. The future remains terrifyingly uncertain,